So what I'm about to share with you could be the signal. This could be how the XRP parabolic pump begins. It is a quiet signal, almost a whisper. In fact, that's what some people call it. And it's something that most people don't really pay attention to and are not really aware of. There are a few out there that are talking about it, but I wanted to definitely make you aware that this is something that's out there and something I will talk about as we see this continue to develop. So if you're new to me, my name's Austin. I cover XRP every single day. Please consider hitting that like and that subscribe if you're here on YouTube. And if you're watching this on X, please give me a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. So right now, the entire market is down 0.27. In fact, let me refresh this just to see that. Yep. We got XRP down 0.86. So depending upon when you're watching this this video, we could be up a little bit more or are down a little bit more. The overall market is definitely quieted, if you will. So what I'm talking about is not something that's going to happen tomorrow. This signal, the whisper, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but this is the beginning of kind of what we're seeing is that we could start to see the beginnings of something. Now, I want to share with you something. Investing in crypto and stocks as well, it's sometimes hard, and especially at times like this. There's not always somebody. In fact, that's not how it works. Somebody doesn't show up at your door, knock at your door, and go, "Opportunity's knocking. This is it. I am opportunity for you. And if you don't pay, if you pay attention to me and you do what I tell you, because I'm knocking on your door right now, then you're going to make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars." That's not how it works. We all know that. I think we would like for that to work. And then there are those of us who would still look at that person and go, "Yeah, I'm still not going to listen to you," even if that opportunity knocking was literally at a person at your door going, "This is it. Open the door and this is how you get rich." It's just not how it works. You have and you have to look at different variables and different factors and different data points and all these different things in crypto to get the true insight into what is going to happen. And then, quite frankly, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes there's variables on the global stage, the financial market stage, that just push everything aside. The tariffs in this example, not something we expected to happen, really delayed and almost killed our Q1 pump for crypto, right? Okay, so with that, I just wanted to say that because this is one of those things where I think most people don't pay attention to it, but it's something we need to be aware of. Okay, so no one is really talking about this. There are some people talking about it, but again, the M2 money supply just quietly climbed to $21.76 trillion. And you're like, okay, well, what does that mean, Austin? Well, here's what M2 money is. I literally Googled it for you. What is M2 money supply? Okay, right there. So M2 is a broad measure of the U.S. money supply, including currency in circulation, checking accounts, savings accounts, as well as money market funds and other short-term investments. M2 is a key indicator used by economists and policymakers to track the amount of money in the economy and assess its potential impact on inflation, interest rates, and other economic factors. Okay, so now that you know what M2 is, there has been $210 billion worth of M2 money supply injected since January. That's a month-over-month growth of approximately 0.4%. Where's the money going? It's not showing up in stocks. Bonds are flat. Real estate stalled. Crypto still beaten down, and crypto is not taking as hard of a hit as, say, the stock market is showing early signs of life. We saw that earlier this week with crypto gaining back about $400 billion worth of market capitalization. If you know how capital moves, and capital is money, okay, this is your signal. M2 rising equals risk appetite returning. Well, crypto is a risk appetite investment. People want more risk in their portfolio. They want to take on some more risk. They invest in things like crypto. Liquidity, money, always finds a home. And the last time M2 spiked, listen to this, Bitcoin doubled within months. And I would add one sentence onto that. And so did the rest of crypto. It went up dramatically. They won't announce the pivot. They won't announce that this is happening. They never do, but the data whispers first. That's why I said at the top of the video that nobody's going to show up at your front door going, "This is it. This is the data indicator point that is going to be the one that says it's all turning," right? Just like they don't show up at your door and go, "Hey, this is your opportunity right now. You want to be a millionaire. You need to do what I tell you right now." That's not how life works. And I know you know that. And I know I'm making a very oversimplified analogy, but I'm really trying to get your attention. I'm trying to say to you, look, this is a big deal. The fact that M2 money is quietly climbing. Nobody's out there talking about it on mainstream, really, unless you're watching a lot. And this is one of the major things that happens time and time again, that the last time it spiked like this, Bitcoin doubled within months. Now, is that a guarantee that Bitcoin and XRP and all the major cryptos are going to double in months? Nope. I'm not going to tell you that it is, but it's something that I need you to understand. And I need you to know that that this is out there. And this is something that is truly proven to be a factor that moves the crypto market. It's important. That's why I'm telling you about it. Okay. So again, I wanted to be very simple in this video so that you understood what this comes down to. Okay. So what does this mean? It means, in my opinion, you get your financial house in order. If you're not in, if you don't have how much XRP you want, you might want to pick up some. Again, not investing advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only, etc. Okay. But you want to go buy some more Bitcoin? Go buy it. You want to go buy some more Solana, whatever it may be. And is it going to happen tomorrow? No, probably not. This is over time, but this is something that's building. Just like all the other positive things we have out there are building. You know, the new SEC commissioner, the new SEC stance and putting digital assets, crypto first. All that's there. All of the, the reserve discussion of Bitcoin being added to the strategic reserve, XRP being added into it as well. All that's there. All of the rails being laid for Ripple as a business, and all of the future partnerships that are coming. Remember Hidden Road, that acquisition. Now we have even more. I guarantee you there are meetings happening right now where there are companies and major financial institutions like Bank of America, Citi, all those guys. I guarantee you they are in discussion with Ripple to use and leverage their technology. They're all waiting for the SEC to kind of come out with their final verdict. We need the final announcement on the law case, all that kind of stuff. My point is that it all happens quietly, and it's all these little bricks building up, right? It all happens quietly, and then one day it just turns. And so I want you to have yourself ready for that. Okay. So, like I said, I always want to just keep you guys prepared. So if you're interested, links are in the description below. Check out my trading indicator right there to there. That's 740% in 72 days. $2,000 bought on this buy alert. By the way, the alert's coming on your phone right there. The little pop-ups. Buy, sell here in 72 days. $2,000 would have made you just shy of 15 grand right there. What could you have done differently with 15 grand in your life in just 70 days? Then there was a sell. You see that. Then there was it waited a couple of days, and then there was another buy, and we went up another 200%. Same $2,000 bought would made you $4,000 in profit. Now you've made almost $19,000 in just shy of 4 months. And then there was a sell alert right there, and we went down 70+%. Okay, we didn't want to ride that down, so the software said get out now because you don't want to take a 74% loss. Then there's a buy alert right there. And in 14 days, we're up another 150%. So another $2,000 bought there would have made you another $3,000. That's $22,000 in less than 5 months. And what the software tells you how to do, it tells you when to buy and when to sell and all that kind of stuff. Because look, do you know when to buy and or sell any of your cryptos? You probably don't. Are you flying blind? Have you made as much profit as you want this year in crypto? Did you give yourself a goal for 2025 to make even more profits in crypto? If you did, what are you doing to help yourself? All right. So links in the description below, right below here on YouTube, it'll say X1 Algo. That's my software. And look, I give you a 30-day, no questions asked money back guarantee. So you can try it for 30 days. You don't like it, you get a complete refund. Also down there by that link is a discount code SP1, SP1. Use that code to get the best price ever. The software costs you a little bit more than $1 a day. I try to make it as cheap as possible. $1 a day. You waste more than $1 a day on stuff that doesn't make you a penny. So why not invest in yourself? Invest in your family. Invest in yourself and just try it. Just try it. You got 30 days to try it. You don't like it, you get a complete discount. And here's all the step-by-step tutorial, everything here to set it. You're up and running in less than 20 minutes right here. So links down there. And if you're on X watching this, the links below this video as well. All right. I will see you. Take care.